So far, this is what I built. These are the siding materials. They're called stickers. These are little one-bys I've routed the edges of, so I can snap them together. It looks like that. Now they are not done. I will need to do a little bit of tweaking to it. Those were some rough drafts. I did those by hand. That's why they suck. But I went around the outside of this with this little tarp material that I got from my job, and I've got a lot of it. I've cut even more at my house. So far, it looks pretty decent. Don't mind that tank. I was using that as a ladder, and then it's just built out of a bunch of scrap wood. And this subfloor I like a lot. Just little 2x. These things, actually. Well, without the notch ripped into the side here, but I used these and a lot of screws to make this subfloor, and it is pretty strong. And the only thing it's really sitting on are those little 4x4s and a brick. I mean, I'll get it higher eventually, but right now I just screwed everything together so I could actually build it. Now, the door's obviously going to be there, and then window is going to go right there, and I got to cut out a hole here where I'm going to put my AC unit. Yeah, I'll have an AC unit in here. I'm going to use it as a game room. Of course, I got to have a AC unit in there, but that's where the AC unit's going to go. I just threw this over there because I want to get it on the walls so I can get it stapled to these boards as best I can, so that when I actually go to cut it, nothing really gets in my way. I don't have to cut around something. And I mean, it's not perfectly straight. Like this piece is just, but it's, for having no level and just going off of, that looks close enough, and being built out of literal, scraps, looks pretty good. Now I will put another floor on top of this, just because I'm going to put this plastic on the floor as well, just kind of something to stand on. But it is pretty nice. And then I'm gonna put a board right here. I'm gonna have insulation, believe it or not. It's gonna be pretty nice. So I'm gonna have insulation in the floor and the walls. Not too fancy. It's just gonna be styrofoam they're gonna throw away that I managed to collect, and it's gonna be pieced together bit by bit. But so far, this is what I have. I gotta put a roof on here because there's sort of nothing, which is better than what I expected it to turn out as. I mean, thinking back on it now, I should have built these walls and then stood them up. But I built the walls on the platform, and that was kind of a mistake. But I mean, they're just pieced together. That's it. They're just screws, a lot of screws and nails. Looks